it's Sheena Pink. I'm going to show you guys how you can do a very simple French manicure, though it may seem daunting as it was the first time I did it, but I hope some of my learned lessons can help you guys do it a little bit easier. So I'm going to do actually 3 versions, but I'm going to show you 2. So the first version is a slice in the middle, so you're going to make a V French manicure. So because I have a longer nail and I broke my other 2, I'm just going to show you 2 different versions. So the first one is going to be the V, and then the other 2 will be just a slight curve French manicure. So you're going to start with champagne toast. So I'm going to do this nail first, and I'm going to do a nice thin coat of champagne toast. Don't forget to warm up your champagne toast and as well your clearly frisky in your hand for at least 5 minutes. You can put it between your thighs or your girls because it will keep it nice and warm. I don't recommend hot water because water will cool after a while and you want it to remain warm in between polishes. So you'll notice when you do warm up your polish, especially those clear ones, it is going to slide on like butter. If not, it's going to be very thick and very goopy and actually hard to maneuver over the nail and get a nice thin layer. So after I do this, I'm actually going to use lovee, but our Meet Me at the Chapel is also a white, but it comes with a lot smaller of an applicator brush. So you can do either or. I do mine with lovee. I have 0 issues with it. But the other thing you're definitely going to need is the angled brush, and that's going to be able to clean up your lines as well as clean up any polish that goes onto your cuticles. Okay, so now I'm going to take my lovee, or you can take the Meet Me at the Chapel, and you're basically going to do a nice thin coat in the shape that you want to do. Don't worry about what it looks like right now. Just get the design on your nails with a thin coat. So I'm doing an angled. You can either do it the way I'm doing it, sort of doing it down up, or you can actually swoop it from one side to another going on an angle. When you sort of have the design you want, this is when you're going to want to go back and clean it up with a little bit of acetone and your angled brush and get the desired design that you want to do. When you have that design on your nail, you're actually going to go back, take a little bit more of your white polish. You're going to glide it on almost like if it was thicker on your polish, because what's going to happen is going to self-level to where the polish is still already wet. So you're going to make it a little bit thicker in the white area so that you don't have any of that translucent look to it. So when you have that filled in, then you're going to cure it. You could do this in steps if you wanted to. I do find it to be a little bit more trickier that way, so you can cure it with a thin coat and then go back and do another coat. Whatever you do, just make sure to cap off your polish, at least on your first coat if you're going to go back in before curing it with a thicker coat. Okay, so I've done champagne toast on the rest of my nails, and I've already done a French tip on my middle finger, so I'm going to do my ring finger now. So again, I'm going to do a thin coat first. I'm going to make sure to cap it off and to go back in and edit anything. And then when I'm ready and I like the shape I have, I basically add a little bit more to the brush, and then I add a little bit more to the design, and that's going to make the white a little bit thicker and not so translucent looking. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit more polish, and I'm just going to gently kind of move it around. Again, it's going to sort of self-level. You're going to move it around, and if you do make a mistake, just go back in with some acetone and your angled brush, and you'll just clean it up. And that's exactly what I did. I found it was too thick. The line that I wanted a little bit thinner of a French tip, so I just took off a little bit But you'll notice that when you go back in with a little bit extra polish, it just sort of fills it in. You don't want to go too thick though, because you want it to cure, of course, but a little bit thicker, and you'll notice that it won't be so translucent. And when you're satisfied with your design and your French tip is all cured, then you're going to do a very thin layer of Clearly Frisky. So do not forget the Clearly Frisky.